Hello, welcome to episode 5 of the 400 board game challenge, where I am playing all the board games in my collection. Today, I'm going to talk about Tekhenu. Tekhenu is designed by Daniel Tassini and David Terzi. They are part of a group of Italian board game designers that filled up one of my shelves right here. These are definitely some of my favorite games. I remember getting Zolkin when it first came out in 2012. At that time, I had been in the hobby a few years, but I still wasn't sure what kind of games that I liked to play, but I knew I wanted more games like Zolkin. So Tekhenu is probably one of the most unforgiving games that I've ever played. I mean, it's hard to make a plan because if somebody takes the die that you were hoping to use, well, you better make a new plan. I mean, I've never played a game that has so many choices. I mean, there are 7 different actions on the board where you can interact with one of the die. And it's quite possible when it's your turn, literally none of them are good. It made the people that I was playing the game with really angry about the game. They didn't like it. They didn't like it because the actions they wanted to take just weren't available. They had the resources, they had a plan, but the dice on the board were not usable for what they wanted to do. The game designers, they recognized that this is going to be a problem. This is going to frustrate people. So they added this wild card action called an Anubis action. And for this action, you can spend a couple of scribe tokens to use on any die on the board, even the forbidden die. For any action, problem solved. Unless you don't have any scribe tokens, I mean, they're not easy to get, so maybe problem not solved. I actually like Tekhenu because I appreciate a game that makes you pivot. It's a game that will force you to take an action that is not ideal. It's not part of your plan. You make the best of it. You move on. A lot of people don't like that. They don't want a silly, phallic looking board game component getting in their way. But for me, I know that silly, phallic looking board game component will be turning. Those shadows are moving. Forbidden dice are now alive and thriving, and I must decide the path that I will follow to find a balance of light and darkness. New dice are rolled into the shadows. New decisions must be made, and they're all bad.